You guys remember Edp445, right? Well, he's back on the internet. I've covered him in the past on this channel before, but a friendly reminder is that he had over 2 million subscribers. YouTube permanently suspended him, terminated his YouTube channel, because this man was caught trying to meet up with a 13-year-old. Edp445 is the official cupcake man. EDP kind of likes to resurface every now and then. He built up a quick little following on TikTok, and eventually the TikTok community wiped him out. He went on the run again, and now he's back, ironically enough, talking about MrBeast. So let's see what Edp445 has to say.
Holy shit, man. So my main nigga Chris Tyson supports child. He's into that freak ass shit. We gotta protect our youth. We gotta protect our kids and our goddaughters and our nephews and our nieces and our cousins from weird ass freak like this, you feel me?
Agreed. We have to protect the kids from people like you. Like, just to baseline this for you, Edp445 saying that we need to protect children would be like Stalin if he was still alive. For those of you who don't know who Stalin is, he was a very bad man. But that's like Stalin coming up and saying, hey, murder or genocide, that's wrong, and that's a little bit distasteful. I don't support it. This, for me, may be one of the most bizarre videos I've ever watched on YouTube, simply stating because, not one, the lack of awareness here is unlike anything I've ever seen. Mind you, EDP has never addressed anything in terms of him being caught with multiple things of him being inappropriate with minors. There's so much on this guy that I don't even need to cite my sources here because it's all out there. You can look up his name. The screenshots are there. The videos are there. Him driving, getting in a car and driving hours and hours to meet up with a 13-year-old. He's never apologized. He's never addressed it. He's never said he's wrong.
Chris Tyson is a transgender. I got nothing against gays. I got nothing against transgenders. You start having an influence on the kids, on our youth. That's where I got a big fucking problem. You know what I mean? Chris Tyson, he hangs out with MrBeast. MrBeast is the most popular, one of the most popular YouTubers out there with over 150 million goddamn subscribers.
Interesting, EDP. You seem to be really focusing on numbers. Would it just happen to be the case that you're still salty about YouTube terminating your YouTube channel of almost 2 million subscribers? In fact, if he was still on YouTube, I believe he would be probably even larger. And in most cases, 90% of the most cases, I don't support YouTube banning creators. But that final 10% here, there is a select few that do deserve it, and EDP is one of them. The guy's a danger to the platform, the guy's a danger to anything that he uses, and somehow, some way, the guy still hasn't ever been prosecuted for anything that he's done or said. My thought process goes as follows. He's either A, really delusional and certifiably insane, or 2, he's trolling in order to try to stay relevant in some context online. So far in the first minute, all I see this video being is the epitome of projection.
Chris Tyson, he was seen kissing his son on the lips. My nigga, it's your son. Me personally, that is some suspect ass freak fucking shit.
If you're a parent, not so much. I mean, from people who aren't parents, I can see how it could be perceived as weird. I personally wouldn't kiss my kid on the lips. I'd kiss him on the head, the cheek, or something like that. But I know growing up, for me, and I didn't have any childhood problems with my parents, my dad and my mom, multiple times when the way I grew up, kissed me on the lips a few times when I was like 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't really see it as a big deal. If that's your child, the context is very different. Obviously, like, if you have a parent who is kissing their like 16, 17-year-old kid on the lips, then I would find that way more suspect than a child who's under the age of 10, you know? I understand the weird aspect if you're not a parent, but at the end of the day, this is just such a nothing burger that he's trying to hyper focus on, almost like using that against the fact that MrBeast's friends is trans.
Where I'm getting the whole child shit at is Chris Tyson is friends with somebody named, I think his name is Shadman. Chris Tyson and Shadman, excuse me, they're into Lolicon.
I press X to doubt in terms of describing Chris and Shadman as friends, because all I know about this situation is that at one point in the past years ago, Chris bought art from Shadman. That's all I know. And Shadman has been known to make very controversial and inappropriate type of art depicting people of age and underage, and it's overall just very controversial. That's all I'm gonna say. And also, Shadman was arrested like a year and a half ago for like aggravated assault or something. I don't know the context behind that, but I just, using the term friends, like they're friends, I don't know how true that is. I don't even know what art that Chris bought, if that art was inappropriate. Like, is that art like depicting somebody underage? I don't know. I'm speaking off the cuff here. We have no information of like, are they close friends? Have they had lots of DMs together? Do they have each other's phone number? We don't know. Everything past that is in fact speculation.
Lolicon is basically Japanese manga that is little kids getting goddamn by their older parents.
EDP, I have a question for you. If the Lolicon that you're talking about included cupcakes, would that change the context of what you're into? I'm curious. I mean, just from personal observation, what I've seen online of the content that you've put out there and things that you didn't really want people to know about, I would say that that would fit your criteria of content that you probably consume, and I think it's accurate to make that assumption based upon your past actions with video documentation and proof of.
Through anime, Japanese manga, and the fucking weird-ass, freak-ass emo comic book type shits, you know what I mean? By the way, Lolicon is actually illegal in the United States. Any adult that supports this nasty, something is fucking wrong with you. Go get fucking help.
EDP, how about you go get help? It's one thing to say you need to go get help while not allowing yourself to get help for your problems, for your cupcake addiction, for your interests that fall in line with being illegal. We must protect children from people like you, EDP.
We gotta keep our kids and our youth away from motherfuckers like Chris Tyson and Shadman.
And you. Include yourself. You know, if you included yourself, maybe you wouldn't have so many people angry at you.
I just don't understand how adults get off to little kids. You know what I mean? 10, 11, 12 years old. This motherfucker, Chris Tyson, he tweeted a fucking, he retweeted Shadman, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. He retweeted something that said, damn, she looks good for a 4-year-old. It's like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? Obviously, you're fucked in the head.
All I'm going to say in response to that is, you mentioned like 10, 11, 12, but you're good with 13, right, EDP? That's your preference? 13 and what, 35, 40 almost?
Shout out to my boo thing for being the greatest girlfriend to ever walk this fucking planet with her sweet, sexy ass goddamn voice. What you punk motherfucking no pussy getting hoe ass troll motherfuckers know about that shit? Oh, you guys don't know about that shit. I forgot it. No.
And like, if you go to the YouTube video where this video was uploaded with EDP archives, the comment section is what you would expect. It is people being outraged and making jokes about how degenerate and cringe and disgusting EDP is. Because again, self-awareness, irony, bizarre. He's insane or he's trolling. I don't know which is worse. You know, being insane and trolling, they're not completely mutually exclusive. I'm half expecting EDP to find his way to Japan, you know? Live over there, since you're clearly you know a lot about Lolicon. I would never leave a child around you, and you shouldn't be around children. You guys remember when EDP was like crying about his YouTube channel being suspended? You see, EDP has now went from victim to wanting to be the hero. And that's not gonna cut it, dude. It's not gonna work. With how crazy the internet is, I'm half expecting that I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and there's gonna be a video uploaded on YouTube or an archive or Twitter or some social media platform where Chris Chan is walking around trying to give dating advice. That's how crazy the internet is, that with EDP doing this, that's what I'm expecting tomorrow. And if it does happen, well, I told you first. I get the credit for that one. You guys have a great rest of your week. New X-Files coming out relatively soon on Foodie Beauty.